practice for spinal mobility. So we'll try to move the spine in all its available ways and do a little bit of core strengthening around that. So to start, just come to sit comfortably cross-legged. Take one arm out to the side, stretch the other arm straight up in the air and lean over to the side and side bend. Puff your top ribs up toward the ceiling and rotate your torso to stack your top lung on your bottom lung. Take some nice full breaths into that top lung and reach through those fingers. Let's change to the other side. Set your hand down, stretch your other arm up, push and lean and turn. Side bending is about fitting into a file folder. So you have to spin the top lung to stack on the bottom lung. Get some nice full breaths going into that side. And then come on up. Let's come onto hands and knees. So plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Take your knees back so that they're a little bit behind your hips. And then push with your whole hand to firm up your arms and strongly pull your belly button to the front of your spine. So create a little bit of core engagement. Shift your weight over into your left knee and stretch your right toes back, curl your right toes under. Then float your right leg up. Spread your right toes, press through your right heel. Shift weight into your right hand and extend your left arm forward. Hold. Try not to clench your teeth. Let's release. And do the other side. Shift weight into your right knee, curl your left toes under. Gather your balance here, and then float your left leg up. Flex your left toes. And then stretch your right arm forward. Strong navel to spine action. Balance. Breathe. Lower down. Keep your stance long, so you want your knees behind your shoulders. Press your palms down, curl your toes under, and then lift your hips up and back into the downward facing dog. You want to distribute the weight in your hands so that you're pressing evenly through your whole hand. Take the tops of your shoulders broad away from your ears, and lift your sitting bones away from your wrists. Drop your head. Breathe. And then look forward between your hands. Shift your shoulders till they come right over your wrists in the plank pose. Now if this is too strong of a hold, drop your knees. Knee down plank is also plenty hard. Take another inhale breath. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Let's do a few of those. Inhale, plank pose, strong legs. Pull your belly back. Exhale back, dog pose. Next time you've come forward to plank pose, shift forward to the tips of your toes and lower all the way to your belly. Untuck your toes so you point your toes here. Rest your forehead on the mat. Lift your elbows up and in Press your pelvis down and lift up in your head, your chin, your chest. Cobra pose. Pull your navel to your spine and lift and float your hands 1 inch off the mat. Big back contraction. Lift up a little bit higher and lower down forehead to the mat. Then take your fingertips out wide. Come up to your fingertips, poke your elbows up, and roll the fronts of your shoulders away from the floor. Spike your pelvis, come up again, head, chin, chest. The Makarasana, the crocodile pose. Once more, pull navel to spine, float your hands up 1 inch, hover your hands. Inhale to lift. Exhale to release, forehead to the mat. Let's do one more. Back strengthening, arms by your sides. Turn your palms to face in. Point your toes, sharpen your arms and your legs. Exhale fully. Inhale to lift everything up. Legs up, arms up, head up, Shalabhasana. Squeeze your shoulder blade tips together. Slice the pinky side edge of your arms up. Breathe. And release. Turn your head to one side, just rest for a couple breaths. Take your hands under your shoulders, curl your toes under, press yourself back through your hands and your knees. And then come to sit on your heels. Or if you can't sit on your heels, you can sweep your legs out in front of you. And we'll twist. So take your right fingertips behind you. Take your left hand either outside your right thigh or outside your right knee if your legs are extended. And then turn, rotate your belly from the left to the right. Tack your right shoulder back, sweep your left shoulder forward. Try to lift and lengthen through your spine. And then let's twist to the other side, come back through the center. And take your left fingertips behind you. Take your right hand outside your left leg. Pull your left shoulder back. Sweep your torso to the left. Return to the center. If you're on your heels, stretch your legs out in front of you. Take your feet about hip distance. Flex your toes. Take your arms down by your sides. Just push down into your hands. Lift and lengthen through your spine. So here, ideally you have a neutral spine where you're neither back bending nor forward rounding. And then we'll walk the hands out and round forward. If you have a lot of mobility, you might be able to catch your outer feet with your hands, or you can just rest your hands to the mat outside your legs. Try to drop your head and spread across your upper back. Walk your hands back, lift your torso up. If you have the time here, you could lay back and take a brief rest. Otherwise, you can call it good and go on with your day. Namaste.